السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن أولى الناس بإبراهيم للذين اتبعوه وهذا النبي والذين آمنوا والله ولي المؤمنين. وقال تعالى: ربنا إني أسكنت من ذريتي بواد غير ذي زرع عند بيتك المحرم صدق الله العظيم. Alhamdulillah thumma alhamdulillah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us tawfiq to come to His house. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our coming here. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all forms of ibadat that we may be engaged in, only with the tawfiq of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Continuing with the benefits of Hajj, other than the ukhrawi, the benefits that we are going to take, that we are going to be enjoying in our grave, in our akhirah, other than those benefits, I mainly want to bring in our attention those benefits that we may have overlooked at some point in our life, but those are the real benefits of Hajj. Because if we were to take advantage, take use of those benefits that we receive through Hajj, one after the other, the entire community, first the household, then the community, then the city, and then overall, slowly, insha'Allah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring taqwa in the whole entire city. These were the benefits that we see them. We probably notice them too, but we may not have paid attention that this is what I need to take when I go back. I talked about a few, and I will only touch the names so we can talk further about what we want to talk about today, inshallah. I said one of the things that Hajj teaches us is ikhlas. We are doing everything for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are doing everything that logically doesn't make sense, but we are doing it because Allah wants it done from us, and we are doing it. Ikhlas. Another thing that I mentioned, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that we get through the benefits, one of the benefits that we get through Hajj is that we learn masawat, equality. We find that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to put on the same type of fabric, in the same way, at the same time. No matter whatever your social standing be, you have to put on the same type of clothing, and you have to take off those clothing at the same time. Masawat is one of the fundamental teachings of Islam. Remember, it was Bilal, it was Ammar, it was Yasir, it was Sumayya. These were the very low people of the society at that time. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam was offered from kuffar, get rid of them, and more people, more high status people will come towards Islam, towards you. So at that time there was no social justice. Islam brought equality. Islam instilled the idea of masawat. All of us are equal in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the real status is given to the person who is more fearful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, in the last khutbah, Hajjatul Wada khutbah, he said there is no preference of Arab over non-Arab. There was no preference of black, of white over black. Again, leaving this world, just few months before leaving this world, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam instilled in us, reminded us, this is like a wasiyat of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, to maintain justice among the whole humanity. Sab insan barabar. When we go there and when we see that we are seeing, those people who may be having a very lofty life back home, but when they stand, when they run, when they go to Arafat, when they spend the night in Muzdalifah, everybody sleeps the same way. Everybody eats the same way. Everybody has the same type of, that loose box, and you just have to kind of eat over there like a faqir. You have to live over there like a faqir, like a refugee. So Hajj teaches us masawat, right? Today I want to talk about something really important, and inshallah this masawat topic, we will choose one of those Fridays or maybe outside of Friday to further elaborate on this masawat business, masawat teachings from Islam. As we're all about back home or even here, it's all about social justice, right? Everybody is equal, everybody has a right to do whatever they want. So we'll inshallah choose one of those Fridays or maybe outside Fridays to talk further about what is the concept of masawat, what is the concept of equality within the parameters of Islam, inshallah. Today what I want to talk about is another thing, and it is also as important as any other point. Through Hajj, and you will be surprised when I say that, through Hajj we get closer to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Some of you might be thinking, wait a second, I thought through Hajj we get closer to Allah. But inshallah, give me a few minutes inshallah, and with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we'll talk about how we get closer to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam equals getting close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We can't get close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if we are not closer to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبُكُمُ اللَّهُ. If you have a claim that you love Allah, then you have to follow Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Ittiba' of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam is the condition, is the test for anyone making a claim that they love Allah. In kuntum tuhibbun Allah, if you love Allah, fattabi'uni. You have to follow Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. What will happen then? Yuhibbukumullah. Allah will love us. So that's why I said the statement that I made, that through Hajj, one of the added benefits through Hajj that we get is that we get closer to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Equals the outcome of getting closer to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam is that we get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as mentioned in the Quran. How we get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or how we get closer to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Look at tawaf. As soon as we enter Makkah Mukarramah, we're in the state of Ihram. We've been told to enter tawaf, to enter Baytullah and start doing tawaf. What's the first thing that we have to do? When we are doing tawaf, of course we have to do istilam, right? There is a reason for that. This istilam is like saying Allahu Akbar before starting tawaf. There is something that we do, and this for all of those brothers who are going for Hajj, keep that in mind inshallah. We have to do something called Ramal. Ramal is, Urdu में कहते हैं अकड़ अकड़ के चलना. And it is something that we have to do while we are doing Ramal. we have to expose our right shoulder. You know why we have to do that? The reason this was ordered by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is gone. When Muslims came to Makkah Mukarramah, after a long time after Hijrah, from Medina Munawwara they came to Makkah Mukarramah, and they were allowed to perform tawaf. Quraysh were looking at them. And after so many battles, so much hard life in Medina Munawwara, for many of the Sahaba who had migrated from Makkah Mukarramah to Medina Munawwara, the atmosphere, Abu Hawa, Medina ki Abu Hawa unko ras nahi aayi thi, bimar raha karte the. Because of that they had lost weight. So Quraysh of Makkah, they were looking at them. And they were like, look at them, you know, all of these are weak people. How many fights are they going to stand in front of us? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam ordered them to expose their shoulder, to show their strength and walk with an honor. Urdu mein usko kehte hain akad kar chalna. Question for all of us, including myself. Allah ke ghar mein akad ke chalna? कोई कह सकता है कि अल्लाह के घर में अकड़ के क्यों चल रहे हो भाई? मस्जिद में जरा अकड़ के चलने को तो दिखाओ. अभी वालिद साहब आएंगे, कहेंगे बेटा ये अल्लाह का घर है, जरा वक़्सिद फी मश्यतिक, जरा आराम आराम से चलते हैं. ऐसे ये तरीका अच्छा नहीं है. अल्लाह के घर में अकड़ के चलना है. क्यों? The reason is gone. There are no Quraysh Makkah living there now. There is nobody making fun of the Muslims, saying that, oh look how weak they are, how many fights they are going to stand in front of us if we are going to fight with them. Not anymore. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is telling them, walk with an honor, walk like a army person, like a soldier. Show them the strength. It is that illat is gone. Logic is that order should have been lifted, but through this hajj, through this tawaf, we have been told to follow the sunnah, the order of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and by doing this we are getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not only that is getting us connected to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, something really important that Quran talks about over and over and over again. It connects us with our history. Doesn't Quran talk about history? Doesn't Quran talk about historical counts of what happened with the people in the past? Doesn't Quran teaches us, hey listen, these are the people who did such an act and this is what they got. And these are the people who followed this path and this is what was the result. So Quran connects us through historical accounts with history. Through Hajj, we also get connected with the history of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, with the history of Sahaba Karam, with the history of what were the feelings of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and what were the feelings of Sahaba Karam, companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Move a little ahead. Right after tawaf, what are we told to do? Go drink Zamzam. Why are we drinking Zamzam? And why do we have to drink Zamzam while standing? Right? It's connect. That action is not just, let's not treat that action of drinking Zamzam just, this is water from Jannah. There is a history behind it. Maybe we consider that history when we are waiting and forcing our hand to get that little bit of water in our cup. Why am I doing this? It's just water. I might buy it from outside and drink it. It's connecting us with Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam, with Ismail alayhi salatu wassalam. Why are we drinking the way we are drinking? We have to stand up when we are drinking Zamzam, because Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam drank Zamzam while standing up. This is the protocol of drinking Zamzam. Move forward. What do we have to do after that? We have to perform 2 rakat. What is this called? Tawaf Dogana. وَاتَّخِذُوا مِن مَّقَامِ إِبْرَاهِيمَ مُصَلَّى. I started the khutbah, this khatira, not the khutbah but the khatira today, with the ayah from Quran. إن أولى الناس بإبراهيم للذين اتبعوه وهذا النبي والذين آمنوا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is awarding us something. He is giving us a certificate. The certificate is the people who are closest to Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam are the people who follow him, this Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and those who believe, the believing men and women. This is a certificate from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for us that we are on Millah Ibrahim. We are on tariqah of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. We are connected with Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, and through that we are connected with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that you have to pray this two rakat nafil. Now or later, pray close to Maqam Ibrahim, pray it in the hotel, pray somewhere outside, but make sure that you do pray this tawaf dogana. You gotta pray. ये पढ़ना पड़ेगा. मकाम इब्राहिम के पास पढ़ ले. अब तो खैर मौका भी नहीं मिलता उधर. रमजान में ही मौका नहीं था, हज में तो मैं समझता हूँ कि नामुमकिन है. अगर पढ़ने का मौका मिल जाए, अल्लाह ताला दे दे तो दे दे, वरना बहुत मुश्किल है मकाम इब्राहिम पर नमाज पढ़ना. बहरहाल ये मकाम इब्राहिम पर नमाज के 2 रकात नफिल पढ़ना, ये तो तवाफ की कबूलियत के लिए है. तवाफ पूरा ही जब होगा, जब द कंप्लीशन ऑफ तवाफ will come only after praying these 2 rakat nafil. You didn't pray it, you gotta pray. This is wajib upon you. If you forgot, you have to pray it when you come. You have to pray. Right? So through this tawaf, again we are getting connected to the history, and through history we are getting connected to Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam, Ismail alayhi salatu wassalam. It's not just because the book said it. I have a book in my hand and it said, now when you have finished that, you drink Zamzam and now you pray 2 rakat nafil. Okay, I'll go pray. There is a whole science behind it. Allah wants us to be connected with the action of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Move forward. What do we have to do after that? Those people who are going for Hajj, this is like kind of a Hajj review as well. What do we have to do after this? Hussain bhai, aap ja rahe hain Hajj par inshallah. What's next? Safa Marwa. And the action is called Sa'i. Why are we doing it? That's a whole different topic. If we were to talk about that, I think all the ladies, Muslims and non-Muslims, they will have to admit the fact that what Islam has given to women, no society, no culture, no religion, no ideology has given what Islam has given to women. Why do we do Safa Marwa? Why do we do Sa'i? Again, we are getting connected with the history. We are getting connected with a great family. Why? Because Allah loved them. And Allah loves them so much that Allah made it compulsory for every man and woman. आम मुसलमान नहीं, अंबिया अलैहिमुस्सलातु वस्सलाम को भी भागना पड़ेगा उधर, सहाबा किराम को भी भागना पड़ेगा, औलिया को भी भागना पड़ेगा. Everybody has to run. Why? In the ittiba' of Ismail alayhi salatu wassalam. Why? Because what she did, we cannot produce any example. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam comes over with Ismail and Ismail alayhi salatu wassalam to Makkah. There was not a single soul living there in city of Makkah, throughout the city, other than these 3 people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned if there were any trees there, was there any grass there, were there any weeds there? Biwadin ghayri dhi zar'in. There was not even a single hair of grass. No single man, no single, nothing other than the barren land. And Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam is leaving the family. She holds on to him and she said, where are you leaving us? He stays quiet. The father is leaving the baby. Remember, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam did not have Ishaq alayhi salatu wasalam was not born by now. It was only Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam. The father is leaving the baby. The father is leaving a woman. Where, in reality, if one of us were to be staying there for a night, I think we will probably faint out of fear. Quran talks about all of those, those dreadful days and nights of Makkah and surrounding of Makkah. There is nothing there. She asks again, why are you leaving us? He stays quiet. She asks again 3 times, why are you leaving us? Stays quiet. And then she says, did Allah order you to do this? And he says, yes. And he said, idhab, jaw, go. Idhan lan yudayyi'an Allah. Then Allah is not going to waste us. Can our families do this? And then what happens? She has a little bit of water, she has a little bit of food, but that food and water runs out. What happens after that? The baby starts crying. What happens after that? She runs over there, and then she runs over there, and there's nothing there. And Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam is gone. And what's happening with the father? What is he doing? You know what he was doing? Quran tells us. He left Makkah, he stopped somewhere, and then he makes dua to Allah. Ya Allah, Rabbana inni askantu min dhurriyyati biwadin ghayri dhi zar'in inda baytika al-muharram. Ya Allah, I left my family at a place where there is not a single hair of grass near your muhtaram house. Ya Allah, I left my family. He's making dua for his son, for his family. This is what the father is doing. What is the mother doing? Mother is also taking care of the child. Both as a father and as a mother, our responsibilities have been taught here. Our children are our responsibility. We have to leave them for work or for some other business, but at the same time, there shouldn't be any time where we should be ghafil, careless about their well-being. I'm going to end right here. We have many more points to discuss how Af'al Hajj bring us closer to our history, equals it brings us closer to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, which in turn, the only outcome of getting closer to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam is eventually getting close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين والمسلمات من كل ذنب فاستغفروا إنه هو الغفور الرحيم.